It's time for the off the cuff with ready set game. Let's do this and let's get into it. Chat 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 down. Okay, that's so. I'm gonna change something up, but I think it's hilarious. Let's go over to it. Hello and let's get into this. Okay, he is here. Let me change something. Tools, options. Capture. Continuous. There we go. Aha. So I started the stream. All right, so we're up. Now I have myself on voice activation, and we have Two Fear. He just can't be seen because Russian roulette with Twitch again. You know, it works and then it doesn't. It's how it works here. Anyways, coming down with a little bit of sinus action. How about you, Toof? You got any cold stuff going on over there?
Hell no, I'm good.
All right. Well, I wish I could say the same. It's driving me a little nuts. But anyways, there has been some things I just saw. I was just looking up something, and they have brought a bunch of games over onto Steam, from the old days of LucasArts, and I had all these games. So check this out. Sam and Max Hit the Road. Awesome game. I've got that. I don't know where I last played it, but I definitely have played it and streamed it, actually. Escape from Monkey Island. All right. Surprised they only had one.
How are you going to do that one without the analogs?
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking Ape Escape. Never mind.
Yeah. Zach McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders. Zach McCracken's great. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I don't know what that is. I had it. I'm sure I bought all the box sets. Outlaws and a Handful of Missions. I have no idea what that is either. Afterlife. You ever heard of Afterlife?
I have.
That was... I haven't seen that game in ages, man. That game was so old. Right? You made Heaven and Hell, didn't you?
I'm sorry, I didn't know. What did you say about Heaven and Hell?
I think that's what you made. You made Heaven and Hell.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Afterlife. That's the whole point. So Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb and the Infernal Machine. I don't remember playing those. I don't remember those in the slightest.
Those might be 3DO or Neo Geo or something like that, possibly.
I'd have to check. I've never really seen them. I loved the Indiana Jones ones are really good. I find a lot of the problems that I found with a lot of the old point and click games though is, you know, unless you had some kind of guide, you would really never know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you had a guide, there's really no way. Like, nothing's really telling you what exactly to do. It's a lot of hit and miss. But yeah, so that's great. Thinking of streaming, I mean, we can obviously talk about the main topic, because I mean, it's not that big of a thing in the sense of, you know, needing to wait until the very end. But as you know, I am back to streaming, man. Finally, back to streaming. Didn't think, you know, it's been a long time. And of all things, I'm back to streaming American Truck Sim. So, I don't know what came over me, but I enjoy it. I don't know. For now, yeah. But it is relaxing. I have found, like, it does seem a little tougher. They put like more thought into certain things. What was I was going along the other day, and there was like they have cops that have people pulled over, and like they're standing outside of the car and shit, and you're trying to like get by them, and you kind of have to wait, and it's kind of not realistic because a cop would never pull someone over that would cause. And then put themselves in a spot that would literally cause a backup of traffic like that. I mean, they'd have to be on a really ridiculous road for the cop to need to feel that he needs a safety to the point where he'd stop traffic like there was construction, you know?
Right.
I'll tell you, man, like, thinking of construction. We're going off topic real quick. I gotta point this out. I'm gonna tear Andrew Cuomo a fucking new asshole tomorrow. Okay? You know this piece of shit. Yeah, I love how people say my stuff always said, he had nothing to do with the snow thing. Did you know this piece of shit has no salt budget?
How can you not in a snow-filled state?
We have no fucking salt budget, and my friend is is gonna get me pictures tomorrow to prove it of the multiple small salt bins at the DOT places that have nothing in them. We have nothing. We used the last of what we just had from last year. If the next snowstorm comes, we're fucked. Got nothing.
In one of the highest tax states of the union, they have no money to buy something as small as salt.
Yep. We have no salt in this state. So unless he gets it, I really, man, can he just come down with cancer or something? Fuck that guy. I hate that guy. Anyone, put in the comments if you want to fight, get at me with it. I don't even care. Unless you live in New York State, you can eat a dick. You don't know nothing. And if you do and you voted for Cuomo, eat a dick too. Because you're a piece of shit. Just as much as he's a piece of shit.
Words.
Oh, yeah. Because honestly, I don't care. I'll lose a fucking sub on that. That man literally the rest of this state did not want him. Do you know that's why they actually were thinking about putting an electoral system in New York? Because this constantly keeps happening. Is that the New York City keeps speaking for the rest of New York, and they are completely different.
I don't know if an electoral system would actually work in that, or they're going to be implemented. The best possible outcome, I think, would be to redistricting the districts. So, depending on the weight they have in them or how much it really counts towards it. I mean, I don't know. It's the problem.
We'd have to secede from them, right?
No.
I mean, but that would be the ultimate.
I mean, if New York State has some sort of secession away from the New York City, I mean,
that'd be great. That would solve a lot of shit. Look, I'm no big guy on here. Screw it. If I lost, people from saying that, from the 5 people that even watch this show half the time, because I feel like this show will go back to being normal. Like, I had more viewers back when I used to stream. I feel like this show will pick up more as I am back into the streaming world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I feel a lot of the times we're in here, we're just kind of chatting back and forth. There's maybe a few people like Old Bob or someone come in here and say what's up, during the stream. But, I feel like I still, if once we have more people from my streaming, and now that I'm an affiliate and I'm going to put more work into streaming, can you imagine if I was an affiliate, if they had that affiliate program back in the days when I was big on freaking Eurotruck? I would have just stayed doing it. I would have no reason to work somewhere else.
Yeah, that's the coulda, woulda, shoulda.
It's not even a coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's like a damn, I wish I had a. But if they would have had it. What's great now though is the path to partner. They've really laid out it so well. To be honest with you, it's way better than this guessing game that Twitch used to be. Streaming on Twitch used to be like a guessing game of, will I get partnered? Who knows? This guy's partnered and he gets nobody. And that's the thing. Like, now it's really set in stone. Honestly, I actually meet all requirements except for an average of 75 viewers. Once I have an average of 75 viewers, I'd be a partner. Yeah. I feel like that's the sad part, is if that was in place back in the day, I would have hit that. I had that. I would wake up, there'd be 60 some odd people just waiting in the room before I even started the stream. Remember that?
Yeah, what are you gonna do to get back to it?
Uh, Part of me feels like those days are not going to come back, and I'll tell you why. I work during the day. Simple as that. Um, People who tend to do really good with viewership like that aren't streaming at 10, 11 o'clock at night. And that's when my stream times are, is 10, 11 o'clock at night. I started at 11. I might bump it up to 10 on my board there. I'll change it around. But in all fairness, or in all reality, not fairness, in all reality, it's it's probably not going to go back to that old way, because that old way had a lot of factors in it. Euro Truck was huge still. It still got its following, but it was way bigger. I mean, I remember when it was on like the top of the lists. Okay, I had people rating me left and right. It just was very popular and shit was popping. Um, I think now I could maybe get to that level, but I'd just rather have a combination of having a steady few. But who knows? Who knows? I must have had some kind of personality to keep all the people that I did at one point. So I'd have to imagine that maybe I can get there. But I don't think it's going to be on American Truck Sim. I think I think my start is going to be on Truck Sim. I think that my start back is going to be on Truck Sim, where I gather people that still want to watch it. But I probably have to get like Farming Sim 19 and shit. You know what I mean? And go back to all that. That's probably
The
it.
farming sim community seems to be pretty tight knit in it, but then again, it also has a lot of people supporting new people playing. So I mean, you could find a foothold there if you enjoyed it. That's the biggest thing. You have to find something you enjoy, otherwise, it's never gonna last.
Well, see, that's the thing. I actually do enjoy the trucking, um, because it does give me a challenge of backing up, and I really would love to have a track IR, and I think I'd enjoy it more. Um, the farming was cool when you're working with somebody, but other than that, it's the most boring shit ever, man. I mean, oh damn, and I'm sorry, but I'm kind of like a little like over the mod fad. Like, there's so many damn mods. I like modding. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna put mods on. I'm gonna find a couple more mods, but it's almost like DLC without having to pay. But you know how like DLC is just out of control.
Right.
Well, it's kind of like that. I feel on the modding side. It's just like, God damn, there's so many mods. I don't even know what to do. And if you put too many mods, then there's a fucking update, and then half the mods don't work, and it's just like a big clusterfuck. So like that's what kind of threw me away from City Skylines back in the day is, I liked it so much, but then there was like an update, and then it started having so many problems. I didn't know which was this and which was that. And I was just like, you know what, fuck this, we're done. I don't know. I had a friendsgiving dinner the other night, or last night, um, to like an early Thanksgiving with some friends. And well, it was my friend's family. Well, not his blood family, but one of those families that you're so close to, they just call you family. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it was one. Okay, so we had, dude, it was crazy, man. And the Italians bring, Italians, they just, hey, everyone's got to bring a dish, and freaking. We had like lasagna, turkey, stuffing, two different types of stuffing. We had like some kind of marshmallow, uh, what is it, sweet potato, whatever. Like a lot of crazy stuff, man. And I think one of the most attracting things was the chocolate fountain. People were into that. You ever had a chocolate fountain before?
Only in like Golden Corral, I think, is probably the only place I've ever had one.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it made me think of. Golden Corral gets a lot of bad name. I don't find them that bad. A little expensive, but I don't find them that bad. What do you think of Golden Corral?
I think for buffets, it's actually one of the better ones.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
They
Definitely
have
is.
that bourbon chicken I'm pretty fond of, and their meat, their stuff, their guys that cut the meat for you and all that. That's not bad. Um, but I think overall the quality it's pretty good.
No, I definitely have to agree. Like, well, they have also a lot of finger foods. That's good too. Got to give them that. Um, damn, I hate when I do that. You know, screw me.
I just don't really do the buffets too much because I don't feel like I get my money's worth because I can't eat that damn much. But every now and then it's just kind of worth flipping the bill for it. Just kind of like going to Sinzetti's. It's just one of them things.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's true. It's true, and I feel the same way too. Like, only time like Chinese though. I'll tell you what. At the cost of a Chinese buffet, I don't know how I feel. For what?
Chinese buffets are only good when they're first open, and you get up to about 6 months after that. After that, it goes completely to shit.
It some do, most do, but there's a few that shine, and you got to go during like lunchtime.
As soon as
Uh,
you start seeing spaghetti noodles in the lo mein, you know it's fucking done.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, hey, that's not low, man. What the fuck? But no,
The
you got
sweet
a
and
point.
sour chicken's mostly breading, and you got like one tiny little thing that wouldn't even suffice for a cat, little nugget thing inside of it. But the breading is like a half inch long or half inch wide.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. That makes that. Yep. So actually, there's a thinking of something. So there's actually a place called DeChico's in New York here and some places. DeChico's and Sons. So it seems to be in richer, hoity-toity places. You don't usually find them in anywhere hood related. But they have this food bar, and sometimes it's great, and sometimes whatever. But man, they have like Chinese Day, and I don't know, man. I don't. It's like a buffet in a sense. It does cost a good chunk of money though. Like you're gonna pay more than you would pay normally for Chinese. That's just all there is to it for like
The
a
only other
combo
good
platter.
buffets, casino buffets.
Yes, yes. Casino buffets are the shit. Actually, funny thing is when I was on my last day, one of my last days there with my mom, I more think that I had like an apple cobbler or something, and I think there's something wrong with it because it. I don't know, man. I've gotten myself full plenty of times. But I had this full feeling. I was like, wait, something's wrong, and I couldn't get the full feeling away, and it was getting worse and worse and worse until eventually I had to go into the bathroom and puke it out. You know. Um. But yeah, dude, it's like there had to be something wrong. I mean, because the food itself was good. I don't know if it was some meat that I grabbed or if it was the apple cobbler, but there was something funky on one of the foods that definitely made me not feel good because there's no reason I should have been like I was. It's simple as that. You know?
Right.
So, I mean, look, I've eaten to the point of being so full. I mean, I feel like I'm just going to pop, but I never really said I got to throw up. No, that's another level. That's another level. Yeah, my nose is starting to run worse and worse. Son of a bitch. I hope it's not too bad tomorrow morning. Uh, figures you always get sick like right when like some days off are coming, you know?
Apparently, that's the luck for a lot of people. Thankfully, not for me.
I'll tell you, it would be what we need to do is we need to have some kind of damn scientist come out and find us the motherfucking cure for the common cold. But they'll never
I'm
do
sure it's
that.
already out there. It's just
It'll never, yeah,
not a
it'll never
cure
be
when you could
discovered.
sell a shitload of Nyquil.
Exactly, exactly. Um, I wish like I wish like something would come out. Imagine if it came out in like another country that had socialized medicine and you couldn't even hide it. You know what I mean? Like, imagine there was a place to socialize medicine, so they didn't care. It's not like they can sell it to the public. So they were just, in a sense, I mean, yes, they'd sell it, but they wouldn't be selling it. It would just be given. Imagine, like, what do you think? What would happen to the United States and like all these other countries that like rely on shit like that? Dude, the healthcare companies would go into a fucking downward spiral. They'd lose
They
their fuck.
need to.
They do. They
There's no
do.
reason why you should visit the ER and it costs you a couple $1,000 when I do maybe just put your arm in like an ace band and just say don't fucking jerk off or something. Here's some fucking Tylenol for $95 on your way. That is fucking stupid, and it's not
It is.
the fact that nobody has healthcare or the cost of healthcare, even though that's fucking outrageous. It's the cost of services and goods rendered. That's where the fucking
Yeah.
problem is.
Yeah. Yep. It's like, well, I forgot how much it was. Like $200 to sterilize fucking brand new equipment. So let me get this straight. So I needed to pay for the new equipment for you to use. It's brand new, and then I gotta pay $200. It was some, I don't know, if it was $200. It was something pretty high up there, and it was like to sterilize. It's like, what, motherfucker? Use some rubbing alcohol. I can go get some CVS rubbing alcohol, motherfucker. All right, and you can put that in a goddamn bin and just let the tools soak in that shit. You gonna tell me that's not disinfected? Kiss my damn ass. The fuck out of here. Charge me for fucking sterilization. I'll sterilize my foot up your fucking ass. Fucking, I don't know, man. The healthcare system is just completely fucked. Completely. You know, whatever. We're not going to get all into that. Overall, I started the new, now I'm a Twitch affiliate, though. I've got my new Twitch look. I use this app called Bitmoji to make my emojis. And used a couple photo editing things to be able to make them good for badges and shit. But I feel like I need to come up with more stuff. But anyways, so far I still gotta wait for one new subscriber. But no, you gotta reach a $100 threshold. So I have to at least have, I think, like 45 subs. Realistically, is what I'm thinking. A month to be able to get $100 a month. I mean, whatever. That's not too bad, but whatever. But yeah, that's about it. What have you gotten into with Red Dead? Have you seen any more craziness with that?
Man, the whole damn game.
Dude, that game, like my friend Kyle is, I tell you about. He plays that game for like 8 hours a day, like nonstop since it came out, and he says he's only like 60% through the game.
I think I'm 71% through the story, and yeah, there's just a whole lot. And it's not the tedious whole lot. It just there's so much and there's so much space, and it's not a fetch quest thing.
No,
It
yeah,
doesn't start to feel like what Skyrim started to feel like, where you're doing the same shit in a limited piece of the map, where you just want the fast travel back and forth because screw the adventure. This one makes you want to go on the adventure.
right. Now that's what I hear. Like from what I understand, there's a way for you to basically have the horse take you the whole time. Like without you having, like, I forget what it is. Like you start it running and then you make it do something, and it'll just run there the whole time. But my friend,
have a cinematic camera. You turn on the cinematic camera and just hold on X or whatever that is on the shit box, and it'll just kind of run along.
Yeah, exactly. And then you could just leave your controller there. But Kyle said he's like two things. I wouldn't want to be fucking just, walk away from my controller and then I get ambushed by a bunch of bandits. That would really suck.
You don't walk away from your controller. You have to hold down the X to keep them running.
Ah, okay. Huh. That's all you do, though, is hold the X?
Right.
Okay. Now, he said he wouldn't do it because he'd miss so much. That's why he said he didn't want to do it. Because like the amount of shit that he would have missed by just having it run along would have sucked.
That's what I'm saying.
He says there's a lot of things the one thing that scares me in it, man, is the fact that you gotta take care of your horse. Like, really take care of your horse. Tell him to get the fuck out of there during a gunfight. You know, brush his hair, feed him, wash him, whatever the hell else. That's pretty wild, man.
Yeah, and the horse will react to predators, it'll react to gunfire, all sorts of stuff, depending on how well bonded it is with you.
Do you always make him run away when there's a gunfight?
No, I'll leave her behind and I'll run away from. Oh, I have a female horse. Run away from her to keep her away from shit. But yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't realize, man, they die, they're gone, done.
Yeah,
Pretty
I mean,
cool.
you can do like a horse reviver on certain stuff, but yeah, if they get headshot and everything else and they're down or done, then yeah, it's time to go buy a new horse.
Yeah, and then you have to restart with everything you taught it.
Exactly.
Ugh. Wow, man. That freaking game is crazy, dude. I can't wait.
And anytime I'm in the town with a stable, I make sure to go in the stable and get her taken care of. She gets her, cleaned up and well fed and energized and all that stuff, so she's well taken care of, ready to go. And yeah, it's one of them things. And you get in there and you take your bath because otherwise you're going to start accumulating dirt and stink and repulsing people and chasing them off. Make sure you shave and get your hair cut. Clean your guns. Make sure we're putting work in order at the gunsmith. Get you more ammo. All that shit.
That's cool, man. They put you in a sense of you really feeling like you're living in the wild, wild west, dude. That's pretty awesome. That is really awesome. It's a game I can't wait I can't imagine what it's gonna look like on PC. How about you?
Well, I don't know. It looks really good on the console.
Yeah, now just imagine when you could just ramp up the fucking graphics to the max. Dude, I saw like some GTA 5 shit. Like it was just the shadow of a tree. PS4 Pro was just the absolute worst garbage looking thing. Then Xbox One X came through looking pretty damn good. But damn, then there was PC. And that shit was beautiful. I mean, I don't know. I know it looks good now, but I think it's going to look even better on PC by far. Especially if they throw out another one of those, if someone throws out a mod for it to make it look that great. You remember the mod for Grand Theft Auto 5? It's like a graphics mod. It's like 40 gigs.
I never downloaded any GTA mods.
Dude, there's a graphics mod for GTA 5 that is 40 gigs, dude. And that makes that shit look amazing. Outstanding. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm ready for it. It needs to come to console already, it needs to get off console and come to PC already. Like, all right, console people got their shit. People were like, oh, but they didn't make the first Red Dead on it, so I don't know if to make it. No, they're gonna make it because they saw the sales. GTA 5 is still like the highest selling game of all time, isn't it?
I probably.
There's something insane. Like, it's definitely way up there. And for what they saw of it, they're not gonna get rid of that shit. They're not. They're not gonna be like, well, maybe they won't buy Red Dead 2. No, they're gonna be like, fuck that. We're gonna put it on Red Dead 2 on PC, and we're gonna get the highest selling game again. It will. It definitely will. You know. I think so. I I think on PC they're gonna sell it on PC to tons of people who already have played it and have it.
I'll be rebuying it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm totally down for that. You know, I need something. I need something that really gives me that great RPG feel, and I could just get lost in it. It's just so great. But I don't think I'm gonna make this a long episode. I think we're actually gonna knock this one off here. This cold is starting to kick in. I'm just gonna dump in some NyQuil to my mouth. Just get this night going better. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Make sure if you like watching me on Twitch, make sure you follow me on Twitch, but you can also subscribe now. Help out the channel by subscribing. Oh, it's not going to help it out right away because it takes a 60-day period to pay me out anyways, and I need a $100 threshold anyways to be met. So, do what you'd like, but hey, at least you'll get an awesome emote that you can use if you choose to do so. Oh, I am definitely tired and yawning. Can I find that emote? Where's the emote? Let's see. Pictures. There we go. And somewhere here is what we're looking for. There we are. So you can subscribe and get that emote right there. Me with the big OK saying, yeah, you're with me. But anyways, we are done with this stream. Thanks all. Make sure you follow on Twitter at ReadySetGame87. Like I said, over there you can follow on Twitch TV/ReadySetGame87. So don't be afraid to do that. But that's it for us. Let's wrap it up. Thanks all for watching, and we will see you next week, Sunday, at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same bad time, same bad channel. Still have no idea where I got that saying from, but I'm deciding to say it. So, well, deal with it. Have a good night, all.